people that are not able to make it so we can get them covered as well. I am pumped to be here with you guys. I hope you guys are doing good. Hope your summer is going good. All right, I see you. I see Phyllis. I see Belinda. Hello, Anita. Hello, Amina. Hello, Amina. Okay, Steve. Okay, I see a bunch of you guys are here. Okay, great. Awesome. So we'll be getting started. I think we're like 2 minutes past the hour. I was just jumping off another call that I had. So Stella, how are you? Okay. What's up? What's up, Michael? Good to see you, Michael. I see a lot of familiar faces. I see a lot of you guys are keep coming back. So if you're brand new here to the 4%, to what we've got, you noticed I did not really, we did not have, we're like setting up different like departments within a company, or, if you guys are new to 4%, this is, we're on the brink of something great. We're on the brink of something that's about to happen, that will impact everybody who's a part of this vision. And this is really, I really deep down in my heart of hearts believe this is a great vision we have here. And we've been working extremely hard to make it happen, and we're not done yet. We're just getting started, but it feels, man, it feels great. Let me close this up a little bit. It feels great, to be able to have an idea that we can all work on, together, that I think will make a great impact for a lot of people. Heck, it's already making an impact for a lot of people, but we're just getting started. What we see now, it's nothing compared to where we're going to be in a very, very near future. I want to encourage you guys. Okay, so these Wednesday nights, Wednesdays calls for promotional partners, show up, right? We are setting up different departments here within the company, and you guys will see a lot more communication, correspondence coming from the corporate, coming from the 4%, specifically for you guys promotional partners, for different things that we're doing. We are setting up structures and streamlining, different processes as much as we possibly can. We're a peanut right now. We're a tiny company. We got about just over 300,000 members on a platform here in the 4% currently, the way it is right now. But you know what we're going to be? We're going to go to 3 million. We're going to go to 10 million. We're going to go to a lot of people. In fact, my personal, like where I see all of us kind of hitting the next thing that we're all working towards, and everything that we're building. I'm going to share with you guys some things here today. Is our next milestone that we really are going to celebrate is going to be like 10 million people on a platform, and so you guys can be the nucleus of what we're working on here, and I want to keep you guys in the loop of what's happening. So that's kind of the intention here. And if you want to build a business, like a company within a company, if you will, if you want to collaborate, there's a lot of opportunities that you can be a part of, that you can participate in, that you can leverage, that you can collaborate with, in terms of building you up, in terms of, doing what it is. I'm going to adjust my camera. About your personal vision. So as you hear me talking about, some of the things I'm going to be updating you on tonight from the corporate, from the company, partners meeting, obviously. So we're going to be talking about some insider stuff. I want you to just think about you, think about your future, think about what it is that you want to do. Think about, things that you always wanted to do. What is that about this business or you being online that fires you up? You know what I mean? And so just kind of have that in the back of your mind. And I promise you, I was talking to some people, one guy here locally, he was talking to me about, he's like, man, I see myself having like an agency, running an agency. I'm like, great. What do you want to do? He's like, well, I want to have this full service, all kind of a inclusive agency for, for businesses, for corporate, people and that kind of stuff. And that's what I see myself doing. I'm like, dude, anything you want to do, you can do, just like anything you guys want to do, you'll be able to do. So somebody says, pour the fertilizer on it, Vick. Yeah. What we talk a lot about right now within a company, within 4%, is obviously we talk a lot about affiliate marketing, right? And I think this is the easiest, kind of a path for people to get into the, get into the money. You simply promote other people's products, other companies' products, you sell them, you make a commission. It's pretty simple. What I see is a lot of people overcomplicate a simple process, right? So the process is pretty simple. You like, here's a product. I can be promoting a product. I need to get that product in front of the right people, and I earn the commission. Now, again, the book, The Science of Getting Rich talks about it's not about doing things. It's about doing things, right? It's about doing things in a certain way. Okay, so it's not even about, because everybody's doing that. So I wanna talk to you a little bit about a couple of things. So first, I want to give you some updates, you guys, and then I want to get into some, maybe a little bit of a training, and then maybe have maybe an open conversation here with you. I want to serve you. I'm not here to preach at you. I'm not here to talk to you about something that's not relevant or not interesting to you. I want to help you reach your goals, things that you want to achieve. I want to help you get there faster, and anything I can do to help you. That's kind of why we're doing these kind of calls, right? So a couple things I want to update you on here real quick, if I can get to the right screen here. Okay, so some updates, and we're gonna get into some other stuff here. Okay, couple of updates. Okay, couple of updates. What's up, El? Yo, Vick from South Florida. El, I'm gonna be in Miami. When is it? This weekend. I'm gonna be in Miami. If you guys are in South Florida, Miami area, Sunny Isles, that area, Miami Beach, that kind of area. Maybe we can, if I have time, maybe we can do like a local, maybe meetup or something like that, and just kind of hang out for. Maybe we can go to like I don't know, maybe a restaurant or something like that. We have anybody from South Miami? Alfonso, what's up, man? Alfonso Medina. Oh, dude, yeah, I know you as El Medina. He changed the name. You said Alfonso Medina. It threw me out there for a sec, man. I know you from that. Come to Canada. Canada is way too far. Sweden, way too far. Sunny Isles. Dimitri, you from Sunny Isles? Yeah, I'll be in Sunny Isles. All right. Okay. Jamaica, North Africa, Morocco, Belize. Oh my goodness, you've got people from like all over the world here. Man, this is awesome. I want to have these. We're going to create these local meetups. We're going to call them probably hotspots or something like that. And you guys will see. This is all part of the big vision that I've been talking to you about. Like seems like forever, And some people are like, well, yeah, he's just talking. You'll see it, man. It's gonna come to life. When it does, it's going to be like a nuclear bomb of awesomeness dropping into this industry. Because what we're gonna do, I'm excited, you guys. I'm excited, man. I'm pumped. You guys are part of something great. Okay, so first updates, couple updates. 4% Entrepreneur Show. We dropped it last Monday. Today's what, Wednesday? So a couple days ago we dropped it. Have you guys checked it out? So I want to clarify a couple things on that. Good morning, Milda. Okay, so every Monday night, you guys, right? Every Monday night we started. As a matter of fact, see if I can share my screen with you all here for a minute. Okay. If I can get to the right screen. Okay, you guys see this? Yes. This is just a demo account here. Okay, so when you guys log into the members area, right, you will see some things will be coming back to live here. So some of the events over here, we've got the 4% Entrepreneur. It's every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, then we have Wednesday Partners meeting here every Wednesday night. And so that's it for now. You guys will see there's going to be more added here, and specifically for the Success Challenge Implementation Mastermind. Okay, so some of you guys who are towards the end of that, of session 1, which, by the way, I think there was like four or five sessions that have not dropped yet. So there are those, if you have been going through that training, the final 4 or 5 I think 4 sessions that are still yet to drop in that. So they will be dropping, and then so once you are done with the main core, like level 1 training, then you get dropped into the implementation mastermind if you qualify for that. Obviously, if you are, you know who you are. So Most people here, I think, should be qualified. And Jim says, watched it twice. Great. So in the implementation mastermind, these are going to be every single week, kind of this format, this style, but we're going to be spotlighting people. I'm not going to be talking because I've been talking long enough, in the actual training. There's like, I don't even know how many hours that the actual core training is, but it's a lot. It's deep dive, right? So if you guys know, but implementation mastermind is all going to be about spotlighting people, like hot seats, right? So if you have, if you've done whatever you've done, as you were going through sessions 1 through 30, whatever you build, your hub, your promotions, whatever it is, so you'll be able to get on a hot seat like this, and we'll just dissect your business in front of everybody else who are also on that call. So it's going to be a great value for everybody. We're going to do these on a weekly basis. It's going to be a set time, and you guys will see that in the members area there as well. So it's going to be phenomenal. And so people don't, there is no excuse for people to not make it, because we'll literally take a look at their landing pages, real life feedback, implementation, and we'll be able to say, hey, whoever was on a hot seat this week, we'll give them feedback. A couple weeks later, bring that person back on again, show us what you got. And so this is like a group. This is going to be a phenomenal concept. And so, not only can you get feedback on your business directly, but you also get to hear feedback on other people's businesses, and you can pull those ideas. So it's going to be really awesome. Okay, so some updates here, CPA updates coming up as well. Okay, so all right, 4% Entrepreneur Show. Check this out, you guys. It's very important because I think some people are still kind of confused a little bit, right? So when, I'm going to share my screen. So when every Monday night, you guys are all promotional partners here. Okay, so when you go to your links and funnels right here, okay, you can go to, you'll see there's 4% live webinar, right? When you go here, this is your, right? This is your promotional link, right? Promotional link to invite people to that Monday night's webinar. It's public, it's open to the public. And when you go to that link, it'll take you here. All right. Don't go to that link directly. You want to always use your link from the back office. Some people use the link from like the browser right here, right? And that will not get people coded to you. But when you invite anybody from this link here, all right, and you just invite them onto the webinar, the purpose of this particular weekly webinar is simple. We want to provide value. We take a topic and we provide value that is actual beneficial value to people. They'll learn something, right? They get inspired, and then if we're talking about things that are related to like Success Challenge, we'll push people, very what's the word I'm looking for here? We'll nudge them. We'll sell them onto the Success Challenge, but we're gonna do it in a way that will not make us look, like all it is just a setup for a sale. You know what I mean? Like the way you make money, and as you hear me talk about this, you wanna kind of think about how you're doing things, right? I see some people constantly, every single correspondence, every single email that goes out to their list, every single piece of post on social, everything is like sell, 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 sell. And so when people do that kind of stuff, right, their email open rates drop like a rock. Nobody responds to them. Okay. And if they're selling, something that's crappy today and something that's crappy next week and something that's crappy, yet third thing that's, like a company or whatever else, but, they're just selling garbage. People don't get respond, like they're just killing the followership. You know what I mean? Like the list is not responding, and then people like trying to sell something good, and then they have no goodwill with, with their community. So what we want to do is we want to follow the laws that govern success, right? And so one of those laws is, how valuable are you to the marketplace? As a human, you're very, very valuable. As a human, I'm very valuable to my family, community, church, your friends, obviously. But to the marketplace, we've got to become valuable. And so the way that we become valuable is we do things that the majority of people are not doing. Because if the majority of people in our industry, they're just, selling all the time, that's great. But I don't want to hear sales pitches every single time from people that I follow, right? It doesn't, it's not interesting to me. I lose interest, and then your messages will start to fall on deaf ears and blind eyes, and I don't want to do that. So the way that we overcome that is we genuinely create and deliver value to the marketplace. In your marketing, when you are marketing, right, you genuinely want to focus on delivering value. Ask yourself a question, not how can I sell this, but how can I serve that person that I'm emailing? How can I deliver something of value, right? How can I bring something that I'm genuinely interested and excited from a value perspective, not necessarily only what am I going to get out of it? Does that make sense, everybody? Are you guys with me on this? Let me see your comments. I haven't seen your comments yet. Am I making sense here? Okay. Coming to Las Vegas. Making sense. Okay. Look, I'm talking to the choir here, right? Some of you, like, a lot of you guys here are new. A lot of you guys have been hearing me, talk about this over and over again. Some people take this information to heart, and some people just hear it and they continue to do what they're doing, right? I will encourage and challenge you guys as promotional partners of the 4%, and you guys will see the reason I wanted to start these calls and is so that we can talk about things that will make huge impact in your business. Okay, how many of you guys would like to have a stellar business that you can build for yourself, and realizing a lot of people are starting out, it's pretty difficult to build it from scratch, right? So you have to leverage it. Like when I started out, I had to leverage other companies. I had to leverage my people, running buddies. So you have to be a little creative there, right? Richard says counting on it, right? I'm totally in, absolutely, right? So look, don't overcomplicate success. Success is not a complicated thing. Sales is not a complicated thing. You don't need to learn something magical. You don't, like, it's pretty, you're dealing with humans. If you're dealing with humans, you're a human, I'm a human. How would I want other people to deal with me? Dude, that's just how I have to deal with the marketplace. Like I would how would I respond to somebody who's constantly trying to sell me something? Like, and I get it, right? I pick up on intuitively you pick up on their desire. So if somebody is dealing with me and my intuition picks up on, hey, this dude is only in it for themselves and they're only thinking about how can they get something from me, what happens? I close off. Right? I close off and I don't hear them. I don't care what they've got. I might listen to them, but I'm not doing business with them. Okay. Whereas if I have somebody else who genuinely wants to hang out, genuinely wants to talk about stuff that we have, or interests that we have similar interests about different topics and ideas, and it just brings me interesting things, I'll be more engaged. You know what I mean? So like, and what I see is a lot of people like running after these, what's the latest marketing campaign or funnel and thing or gadget or widget that I can deploy that somehow magically will make the sale for me. And it's nonsense. It's ridiculous, right? People forget that they're dealing with people. You're not dealing with computers or some kind of machines. You're dealing with people. And if you just be human, that's, if you have a list of 100 people that genuinely are interested in what you've got to say, you will be a lot more effective and you will make a lot more money than if you have a list of 100,000 people who don't care about you. You know what I mean? So think about it. Anyway, so it's I got on a little, off subject here from what I was talking about. But yeah, this Monday night, our intention is to deliver value. So feel free to invite your people here. This will be changed. So you guys will see by next Monday, this is a little banner. We actually created a nice widget here that will actually be part of the site. It shows you when the next live stream is happening. And then when we have a live stream, there is always going to be a replay on the same page that will be left here for a few days. And then when we get closer to the actual, the next live that's coming up, then the video will get, updated so people know. So if you have somebody that missed it or whatever, if you have a list, if you have people that you genuinely care about, just say, hey, go here, check it out. If you have marketers, we will always deliver value. Okay, so feel free to leverage this. And if you use your link from here, from your back office, okay, to send people to, when they get here, when they do get involved with the Success Challenge, by the way, last Monday's show was a great success for Success Challenge. A lot of new people got sales. A lot of people, signed up as a result. And I mentioned Success Challenge at the very end for like maybe 2 minutes. So like an hour and 24 minutes worth of content and 2 minutes worth of pitch. And we had a lot of signups from that Monday night call. Okay. So feel free to leverage this. This is good. This is not, like, let's try to trick people. This is genuine value. And so we're going to be leveraging and utilizing that. Okay. All right. Next thing, what we've got here on the list. Okay, next thing. Okay, so next thing, you guys, okay, and this is cool. Remember last week I was telling you about this performance bonus stuff, right? This is just this is somebody else's account I'm showing you here. So you guys will see if you are producing, right, and you go to your back office, when you go to your all right, when you go to your back office and you go to my earnings, if you are producing, if you're generating sales, you will see this, a new widget, okay? New Success Challenge, and this is performance bonus. It shows you how many sales you've got, qualified sales versus total sales, and you can see the distinctions here. This is, how much you have earned from those, and then what your estimated performance bonus is. So this particular person here, as you can see, $535, estimated performance bonus. This is on top of the base commissions. Okay. And so when you go here, when you go to the performance bonus guidelines here, okay, you can see how that breaks down. So if you have, like, our focus, you guys, right now at the moment, right, our focus is we want to drive sales to the Success Challenge because this is a program that makes the biggest impact on a mass scale right now. Okay. Later on, as I'm about to tell you, you guys will see where we're going, how we're going to do that. But right now, Success Challenge, you can refer anybody off the street. You can meet, you can refer your friend if you have, if you have friends, right? If they want to do something on the internet, you can refer your cousin. I can put my cousins through this. In fact, my cousins do go through this program, and it's easy. If you guys are going through a Success Challenge, you know what it is. If you're not, I don't know what you're thinking about. I don't know why, what's holding you from not doing that, so our focus right now, right, as a company here, we want to impact as many people's lives as possible through that program. Now, so performance bonus applies to that program. So if you have, it's very achievable for everybody, right? If you have 5 sales or more in a month, in a calendar month, okay? So like we're in July right now. If you have 5 sales to 9 sales, you will have a bump of 5% bonus on top of your base commission, which we pay out, which is 30%. Okay. So if you have 10 sales in a month, which is nothing. I mean, if you are part of the product, right, and you believe in what the product is, what we stand for, what it teaches, it's got personal development, marketing, it's got strategies. It's the most complete product for a marketer and online entrepreneur that I have ever seen, because it approaches success holistically, right? So if I'm on that product and I'm going through that product and I'm genuinely fired up about what I'm selling, and I know that what I'm selling is a good thing, I can put anybody onto that thing, right? It's not designed for somebody who is a professional already. It's designed for somebody to take him from zero and get him on the path to success. And so it should be very easy. If you generate sales, 10 to 19 sales in a month, you get a 10% bonus bump. Okay, so brings your total commissions to up to 40%, right? And then you can see it, you can get all the way up to 65%. Okay, and so these right here, we have incorporated these partner ranks. Okay, instead of having you guys requalify every single month, which might be a little bit. We're gonna polish this particular part out a little bit, and I'll make that announcement. But the partner ranks, I want it to be more, instead of you having to like requalify every single month, I wanted to streamline it and make it easier, right? So I'll announce it, but when we get there, okay? But that's in place, and you guys can can see that. Okay. So yeah, you can make some good money here, guys, right? Not to mention all the ecosystem and, when you bring a customer in, co-ops count. So basically any sale that you generate can go towards those numbers. Now it's new sales, obviously. If somebody's rebilling on the monthly, if you have previous customers, those obviously don't count, but new people, new sales coming in, if they're coming in from you, attached to you, they go into those stats. Okay. So it's David Kilby. You had good success, right? David Kilby's he's got good things going there. I see a lot of new people are popping up on our internal leaderboards, on the corporate leaderboards. So congratulations to you guys. People, I'll tell you this, you guys, the funnel's converting like hotcakes. That webinar funnel. When you send people to that funnel, and they're like real people, not like computer generated traffic, like robots or anything like that. Like if you have a real human being going through that, you will get sales. This is our highest converting funnel we have ever had, and our statistics don't dip. In fact, we're increasing them every single week. Okay, so that's that. Now, on top of that, remember Monday night. If you have sales coming in from Monday night's webinars, any other follow-ups, anything, right? If you have a new sale that is coming in that is attached to you, they'll be counted towards that performance bonus in that particular month. Okay, and so these performance bonuses will be paid out every single. It's net 30. So obviously, people, we want to make sure that people don't mess with the system and stuff like that. Yeah, you get once you get this machine going, you always have a bonus check coming to you. So it's really cool. Okay. Speaking of that, you guys know we have that contest going on, right? I know that I don't think they have. Did they post that page yet or not? Let me see. I don't think they did yet. Okay, because I know they just wrapped up. We should have this popping up tonight, which was the next thing on the developers things to push for you guys live, which is this page right here. Okay, and this is a standard direct sales page to the Success Challenge. A lot of you guys have been asking about that. Okay, so you asked for it, you got it. This is going to be an addition to the webinar funnel. This is an addition to the Monday night. We'll have we have a standard sales page that people can go to sign up for the Success Challenge, and you guys can have a link, promote, get people signed up, and this will be available on the evergreen basis for you, right? So people can see some testimonials. Pretty simple. So that is that. Now this is not the 3-day cash machine yet. That is still coming up. The developers are tackling one thing at a time. But that is in a pipeline that's coming up. We're basically creating a lot of these really cool tools for you guys as promotional partners to be able to utilize and leverage, right? And do as much of that heavy lifting for you on your behalf as possible to make your life easier. All of that, right? There is a reason why we do all of this stuff, you guys, right? Because of what you guys will see in 4% 4.0, the bigger vision. This is like getting people into the challenge should be, for me, it's a thing. I don't look at it as a business transaction. I look at it as an ethical thing. I look at it as something that if I can expose a human being to those ideas that we talk about in the Success Challenge, do you think I'm hurting them or do you think I'm helping them? Honestly, you know what I'm saying? If I know what that is all about, and I'm a living, billboard of that, or I should be, right? So if I know in my heart of hearts that when I introduce my buddy and say, hey, check this out, and I know that it will help him, it is my obligation to help as many people. So I don't look at it as a transactional thing. I can impact somebody's life. Look, even if they don't do business, just getting them exposed to the ideas of thinking and goal setting, and it starts the process. It plants the seed in their mind. They might not do something right away, right? But it will plant the seed that will plant the seed for them that will one day grow, right? Not everybody's ready to run a business right away. But man, am I glad that somebody planted the seed of success for me early on, right? Aren't you guys glad that somehow you came across somebody that planted a seed of possibility for you? You know what I mean? Lynn says, is the name of Monday's webinar called How to Win in Business Today? Yes, it was. You know what I mean? Now here's the thing. Not every seed is going to turn into a crop, right? So seeds need to be nurtured. Seeds need to be cared for, right? That garden. So that's, that's what we want to do through, the weekly webinars and all these other things. And for some of you guys, if you have that seed planted inside of you, if you have a big desire, okay, you realize that you couldn't have that desire if you did not have, if you couldn't achieve it. The fact that you have that desire, that means that you can achieve it. And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people think, well, just because I can think of something, a big dream or a big idea, then, well, it's got to be for somebody else. But when you demystify all that, oh my goodness, what is this success thing? You're like, only certain people can do it and I can't do it. Like, what is that? That's your conditioning talking to you. That's your paradigm talking to you. And you need to go through a success challenge to work on that paradigm and change it, because there is no reason why you couldn't have whatever it is you want to achieve. Like, there is no reason. It's going to take time. It's going to take a plan, a strategy. It's going to take some clarity for you, and it's going to take work. That's it. And if you understand that process and you work at it, there is no possible way for you to not achieve what you are setting to achieve. Like nothing is impossible. Like, this material world we live in, and adopt this way of thinking for you. Like, there is no such thing as somebody can have it but I can't, unless that's what you believe, because your belief creates your reality. You understand that? Like, whatever you believe, it will be your reality. If you believe that success is for certain people, guess what? You'll have that delivered on the silver platter for you. If you believe that it's going to take you a long time to succeed, guess what? That's exactly what's going to happen. If you believe that you are destined for greatness and you can achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, guess what? It will happen, right? But you can't dig that seed out from the soil, from underneath the ground, and examine it and see what's wrong with it, why it's not growing. You just got to nurture and care for it, But I'm telling you guys, we're like, what we're doing now, and what I want to instill in you is, like, success is like, I'll tell you, like 90%, and I'm just obviously throwing some numbers here that are, cliche, whatever you want to say, but I'm telling you the truth. How to is not as important as some other stuff, right? Like, your belief dictates how you behave, and then how you behave dictates whether or not you will have that stick-to-itiveness. Everything stems from that. So if you just work on that belief and tune into that, right, to that frequency, and try to adjust that, mess with those knobs over there, and just stay the course long enough, you will succeed. There is no way that you're going to fail. No way. No way. Because everything that we see around us, this room, that TV, this computer, this micro, everything was an idea in somebody's head. So the ideas that we have, like, we want to build something. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg goes to college and says, you know what, I just want to mess around with some programs, and I want to create something for college. All right, one step at a time, right? He did it, and he messed around with college stuff, and and that grew into a Facebook. You want to do affiliate marketing, if you stay in that environment, get those ideas, repeat it over in your head enough times, you will succeed. You will have a tremendously successful business. If you want to have a consulting agency, a marketing agency, if you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, you just have to get into the environment that will, help you nurture that seed, and stay in it long enough. You will see the results. Yeah, we'll have questions in a minute here, guys. Okay. So sales contest, right? We've got sales contest coming up. You get 100 sales into the success challenge. We'll go to Hawaii cruise. Okay. So don't forget that. Success challenge direct sales page that should be dropping you guys probably in the I want to say probably in the morning, but that should be, if not already. But you guys will see it in your as soon as it drops, I'll email you, let you know. Okay. So we are some of you guys are in co-ops. Okay. So we are testing out. We did our very first. We're running our first test on the with the CPA network. So we had a CPA network reached out to us, and they're like, hey, you guys have this success challenge funnel, this webinar, and we like it. We think it's going to do really good with us. So I'm like, we're busy as is, but so they say, hey, we have a big list of big list of hang on a second, I got too many messages. Big list of buyers, people that have purchased something similar before, and we worked out a deal. Some of you guys are in that, so we're testing that out. Okay, we're we've got some protection procedures in place there just to make sure. So it's like a 200, it's over $200,000 campaign that we're dropping. So what we did is we created a separate, duplicated the separate a funnel. So just clone the funnel that we have now. So we have a clean test and run on it. That is in the process of approval from the CPA. They're going through the procedure. So what we submitted, it's taken them a little couple of days or something like that for them to actually insert it into the network, get it approved. It's a network, so they go through the approval process. It's going to be approved. But the thing, what I'm telling you right now is, if this works out the way that they said it will, okay, we might have some incredible opportunities moving forward. I'm not, I can't guarantee this. Obviously, we don't, we'll see. So we'll keep track, and I'll keep you guys informed on that. But that should be, we should start seeing some things moving here probably over the next few days from that. Okay. So that is that. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Abdulrazak says, yeah. So what we want to do is we want to create opportunities for you guys, but we want to make sure that this is like we manage the risk as much as possible on our side, for you, and see what's possible, because there's a lot of opportunities out there, right? When it comes to traffic generation, the best traffic that I can tell you is generated traffic. Like if the user, like if when the visitor responded to something, okay, there is different levels of traffic. Like for example, when you browse Facebook and you see an ad, right? It's interruption marketing, right? Back in the day, we had these pop-ups. I don't think they're around anymore. So it's interruption marketing. When I'm sitting working here, I got a telemarketing call, and somebody calls me up and I say hello, and there's like a recorded message. Dude, I don't want to listen to that. That's garbage, right? But let's say when I'm searching for something, or when I go and looking for something, right? And then I see that thing that I'm looking for, or a particular result that I'm looking for, and I can see how I can get it, and I get into that funnel. That's a completely different visitor, right? So not all traffic is created equal. Make sense? So what I was going with that is like some traffic sources are better than others. The best traffic is the one that is generated. Like we're doing, if you guys are in, I think we've got two groups of people, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's two groups of people where we're focusing on content generated traffic, right? Content generated traffic. So for example, we create piece of content, Okay, we drop it, people consume the content, and then they respond to an ad within that content. Okay, then they go to the funnel. It takes longer time, right? It's not your, let's just get 10,000 visitors in 2 seconds or whatever. Okay, it takes a little longer time, but the traffic quality is a lot higher, like a value video, Jeremy. That's right. You know what I mean? So I'm not as interested in generating like tons of visitors and tons of clicks. I am more interested in generating like quality traffic, because I know that they would convert better, right? Statistically, I have a lot better chance of converting those visitors into sales. Okay. All right. Let's see. Talked about schedule 4.0. Or actually implementation mastermind. Okay, so 4% 4.0, you guys, quick. I told you this, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but just so you guys know kind of where we're going with this. I cannot wait for 4.0 to be here, man. Here is, I'll tell you guys you all want to know. Maybe I'll just show it to you when we have something ready. It's actually being developed, but think YouTube, think Facebook. So YouTube for content video, right? Think like Facebook for like social interactions, um, posting, communicating, following each other, um, creating communities, groups based on, interest and topics and maybe products purchased, that kind of stuff. Um, think, um, think e-learning, right? Kind of like what we got now, but a lot better enhanced. Okay. Where people can come to get trainings, right? So they can plug into programs, they can, they can get resources, everything that's related to an entrepreneur, right? So I went out there and I was like, what are the top entrepreneur? What's available out there, right? For like entrepreneurs, like the entrepreneur network. Is there like is there such thing like an entrepreneur network? What I see is LinkedIn. All right, LinkedIn. Okay, good. I don't know, man. I don't use LinkedIn. Okay, somebody uses LinkedIn, but I guess okay, right? There's like sites like lynda.com and um, boring, right? Nothing sexy about it. And then and then if I want to go and I want to have somebody do my logo, for example, right? I can either hire a designer and and see who's good out there. Or I can go to like Fiverr, right? Or I can go to what is the other, like 99 Designs, and I can hire a talent. So if I want to do, let's say, a voiceover, maybe I want to have somebody do my I don't know, like the things that entrepreneurs need. Everything from like accounting to um, done for you, maybe a funnel. Maybe I want somebody to design a funnel for me. Maybe I'm not a designer, I'm not a coder, but I have this project in mind, and I'm looking for a talent that would design or code or develop this thing for me, and I just want to hire, right? So what we envision and what you guys will see here is 4% 4.0 is all of that, everything for an entrepreneur, right? But the cool thing that really fires me up about this is it will give you an opportunity, because this is a true platform based. This is a platform based um, thing that we're developing here, right? It's a platform. Uh, Cost millions of dollars, by the way, millions. Okay, but it will give you an ability to build a business within a business. Okay, what I mean by that? Well, think about it like this. So if I go to, I don't know, let's say if I go to YouTube. Okay, let me see if I can do that. Maybe I can show it to you. Okay, check this out. Okay, guys, see my screen? You guys see my screen right here? Let me know. So imagine, right? Imagine if this was, let's see here, America Got Talent. Okay, first thing that comes up here on my thing. All right, so boom, I go to America Got Talent, right? So imagine this. Imagine if I could have If I could have a channel on a platform, right, and I could have my channel kind of something like this, but this is just for video, right, for video content right now, and this is great. Obviously, you know, YouTube is Google, right? So they're doing something right. But imagine if I could have my own videos. If I can put up just like here, or just like on YouTube, I can have my own videos, right? I can create content. In other words, I can create content, right? What if I wanted to what if I wanted to do live streaming and invite people onto that, right? So right now I can go and I can do it on YouTube, which is good, uh, but it's not necessarily for entrepreneurs, right? There is no learning platform there. There is no all these other things that we thinking about. But if I could have, maybe I have a podcast, right? What if I can offer a service? You see what I'm saying? So what if I can do, what if I'm a writer, right? What if I can blog? What if I'm like in love with like blogging or writing content about topics that I'm passionate about related to entrepreneurship and things like that, right? So what if I wanted to be a contributor? What if I wanted to have my own page, like my own blogging, put up stories or create content like of all kinds of sorts, right? And I can have all of that be all centric, all under one thing, okay? And I can say, hey, here's my place online. Here's where I live on the internet, where I can have all these things together. If I want to do live stream, and you can have people, follow you. You can, they can subscribe. They can get updates from you. They can, let's say, if you are, maybe you're an instructor, maybe you want to teach something, okay? And obviously, we're not going to have this where we'll just flood this with junk. It will be vetted content, right? This will be, the 4% quality stuff, right? So we don't want to be known for just everything and anything. This is quality stuff, you know, stuff that makes an impact, but stuff that makes entrepreneurs' life so much easier, man, so much easier, And then so over time, as time goes by, if we do this right, we've got to do this right, and you guys have this, like all of us, we can build this together, you know. But if we do this right, this could become something that is going to change, and honestly, I really believe revolutionize the entrepreneurial landscaping as we know it. In terms of having access to pretty much everything. You've got not only the training programs, but we've got the best training programs, best resources, entrepreneurial events, collaborations, all these. If you need to have something done, services, content you can create, you can bring people onto your channel, and everything is through the ecosystem, so that everything that is connected to you, or everybody that's connected to you, if they engage in any kind of transactional activity across the ecosystem, guess who benefits, right? You can have income coming into you from, I don't know, 300, 500 sources, maybe more eventually, right? It's going to be nuts. So this is just a little something for you guys to think about. Again, what I'm talking about, some people might say, well, I don't know, dude, I don't know. But I'm telling you, it's going to be here before you know it, you know? It's a huge, huge undertaking, but this is where we see the future of the 4%. This is where we're going. This is what we are putting a lot of resources into, is to building that out. And you can honestly, you'll be able to have a business within a business. If you have your products that you are promoting, you'll have, what if you could link it out? What if you could show it to your people? What if you could like, won't have to invest a ton of money to build a significant business, but what if you could have that, right? By collaborating with other things that are already successful, already in high demand, and you benefit. So it's going to be incredible. Okay. Really, really looking forward to that. So we are, in 3 weeks, we're gonna have something that I might be able to share with you guys. So we'll see. Okay. I just had a meeting with him today, about 3 weeks out, and we can, I'll keep you guys posted. Let me just put it that way. Okay, folks, I want to talk to you about this topic of demystifying success, right? Demystifying success. How many of you guys? Let me see, where are we? Okay, how many of you guys here? Honestly, be honest with me. How many of you guys here think that succeeding is an uphill battle? It's tough, and you get distracted, you get overwhelmed, and you don't believe this is for you, right? We have anybody like that? Roger, like, hell yeah, man. David Kilby says no, right? Different people. Yes, overwhelmed sometimes. Yeah. My internet life. I think it takes a lot of work. John says, yeah. It gets to a point where it's a habit. Okay, just excited. Okay, it's for you. Let me just look at the comments. Shiny object syndrome. Yeah, lots of work. Let's see. I have gone through what you described, but I do believe this is for me. Darren says, okay, sometime. Okay, it's part of success. A long time ago, uphill battle, right? Let me tell you how I approach success, right? You guys want to, do you, would you like me to share with you some ideas that made me like change the way I was looking at success? Because I was looking at this whole topic of success from an angle of like a lot of you guys are posting right now. Oh, this is uphill battle, and this is going to be tough, and this is going to be that. What really helped me, right? And I want to share this with you for what it's worth to you. What really helped me was changing the way I was thinking about success, right? So like when I think that it's hard work, I see, how do I explain this to you so it makes sense, right? When you think it's hard work, it does something to your psyche unconsciously that messes other things up in your life. For example, it makes you tired, it makes you lethargic to things, that makes you like, oh, I have to do this. You see what I'm saying? It's because if you say to yourself, this is hard work. Has anybody here experienced this moment in your life at any point of your time when you were like super tired physically, right? But then for whatever reason, you told yourself, hey, I'm not tired, I'm good, and I still got this and this and this and this to do. And you did it, and you just plowed through it, right? But at other times, maybe, you were not that tired, but you told yourself, hey, I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired, and then, and then you actually become tired, like physically actually become tired. Okay? Here is, I want to share with you guys like 3 things that I think will help you, approach this success. So first, I don't want our people, 4%ers, to think like everybody else think, because 96% of people in the world, they're on a completely different playing field. Now, a lot of you guys here right now listening to my voice, you're part of that 96%, right? It doesn't mean that if somebody joined 4%, that automatically they become 4%. It's a concept. There is a 4% within a 4% within a 4%. There is always a 4%. There is always the top of the top, and you always rise to the top. So whatever my 4% for me is mine, right? It's better your best kind of thing, right? But I'll tell you, people that reach to the top 4%, okay, in any industry, in any company, these are significant figures, okay? So the way that what really helped me was to just to kind of stepping back and imagine yourself like all this minutia, all these, hard work and this, and I got to do this and this and the other, and you got your personal life and you got your family. I've got 6 kids, right? I've got 6 kids. I got a wife, been married, for almost 15 years. We've got 13-year-old down to 3-year-old, 6 of them, 4 boys, 2 girls, parents that we take care of. I've got business to run. I've got life. I've got personal things. I've got a whole bunch of things. What helps me, right, not to get overwhelmed, because the moment you get overwhelmed, and say, I have to push myself, is the moment that you lose. Okay. Imagine that all of this stuff is like clouds and you just mentally train yourself. It's not going to happen overnight or right away. But if you do this, consistently, it will help you tremendously, right? Imagine you rising up above all those clouds. Just rise above the clouds. Okay. If you're arguing with somebody else, become greater by just mentally rising up above that cloud. Make sense? I'm not sure if I'm making sense. This might sound weird, but however you imagine yourself mentally, right? Physical follows mental. Okay. Always. Okay. So let me give you some practical stuff. Um, I think a lot of people get burned out uh, because their dreams are not big enough. So when it comes to success, what does that mean to you, right? So identify. And I'm going to challenge you guys. And I mentioned this on the Monday nights call, but I'm going to challenge you to do this. Uh, put a list of your top 100 dreams you want to achieve. 100 big things you want to do. Things maybe you want to buy, maybe places you want to go. Just like put a list of 100. It's a challenge. And the reason it's a challenge is because most people are not willing to do it. Most people cannot do it. Okay. It's like a muscle. When you've never worked out and you go to a gym and you try to pick up a 35-pound dumbbell, you're like, oh, dude, this is so heavy. I can't curl it. I can't pull it. It's like if you never did pull-ups, you'll not do a pull-up, right? But if the more you practice it, that muscle grows, right? So mentally, a lot of people are super weak in their mental muscles, in their imagination. A lot of people are they're failing, right? And I was one of those guys. I'm not saying that I'm somebody special or different. I had to train myself in this. It really helped me, and I think it will really help you if you do it. So it's training your mental muscle to become more dynamic, to become more creative, to think bigger, to accept ideas that you might not have been acceptable to you before. And one of the things that will really help you is when you start listing, like put 100 of your dreams, like what is your top 100 dreams, big things that will really, really inspire you. And your first 20 will come to you easily, just like that. Maybe first 10. And then it's the 25th, 27th, 47th, 52nd, you'll really have to struggle. And then you'll start to repeat those over again, right? Because you have to put something. But I promise you, if you do this exercise, it will make you think differently it will give you a different perspective. Okay. Winning in business, and Robert says, build your why. Yeah. But my why was my family, right? And so if you have just one thing to focus on, it's great. But if you become more dynamic, right? Something happens in your head mentally that it just makes you look at things differently. You know what I mean? And so have a big dream. Put a list of 100. That's like, easy thing to do, right? But I'm telling you, it's easy when you're not doing it. When you start doing it, it's not as easy. Okay, do it. Second thing is this: you have a list of dreams. Identify your top 3 biggest ones. Like if your life dependent on you achieving this thing, like what do you want to be? Like what would be your legacy thing? Like what would be the thing that you would like go full out and like dedicate the rest of your life to do? What is that thing? Have you ever thought about that? Like, do you have anything that you can pinpoint, right? Or hang your future on and say, you know what, dude, I'm here on this world, I'm living, and like, what's the reason I'm here? Why am I here? You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I here? What would be something that I could get so fired up about that I could dedicate the rest of my life to making a reality? What would that be? You guys know what I'm talking about? Or is this crazy talk? It's like, Vic, teach me traffic. Okay? Not crazy? Okay? Think about it. Most people don't think about it. Most people are like, go to work, come back, watch some TV, go to work again. Well, maybe they squeeze in some sleep in there, right? Eat, sleep, go watch some TV, go to work, come back, and that's their life. No wonder people are not passionate about things. No wonder people are burnt out and exhausted, because they're just like living in this little box, right? What I want to encourage you guys and invite you to do is like, just get rid of the freaking box. There is no box. You know, if you have boring life, I had boring life, is because you don't have a clear vision for the future and a dream that's so big that's gonna fire you up at the thought of it. You know what I mean? Now, if you don't have that yet, you might not have that. Oh my goodness, this is what I want to be known for. This one I want to build, as it relates to like physical world stuff, right? Like raising your kids and being a good dad and all that stuff is good. But what is it? How is it going to look like? You see what I'm saying? So come up with something that will fire you up. It might take you a little bit of time. And you might need to plug into some of these calls for, a few weeks or a few months, who knows, but you will have it. Once you get that, everything changes for you. I'm telling you from experience, things change. The way you look at things change. People sometimes ask me, "Oh, Vic, why, what gets you going? What motivates you?" And it's not making more money. I promise you, right? It's not buying another car. I promise you, it's not that. It's something that's beyond that, way beyond that. And it's not taking care of your family. These are stepping stones, right? But once you have that big thing that you like, dude, I think if I did that, it would make my life worth living. And then you dedicate the rest of your life to making that happen, right? Doing it ethically, making an impact, making a difference. The way you think, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you do business, the way people perceive you changes almost instantly, just because of that clarity, right? So step number 1, get a big dream. And I'm going to challenge you to do a list of 100. Identify what are you willing to pay the price. What kind of price will be worthy of that dream? And this is where a lot of people fail, is because they think, well, I can achieve this and I want to achieve that, but there is no, like, what are you going to do for that, right? What am I going to do? What am I willing to do? And don't kill yourself. Be real with it. No TV. Yeah. But what are you willing to do to achieve that dream? Will you give up some TV time? I don't even think that's even like an issue. At least not for me. I don't care. Right. Are you willing to travel? Are you willing to meet people? Are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you willing to dedicate, maybe wake up an hour early and work on yourself? Maybe wake up an hour early or carve out solid 30 minutes in a day to become the person that will be worthy of that dream. Okay? Because if I'm a particular type personality that's getting me a particular type of result and I want to go over here, there's no way I'm going to do it through willpower. I need to become, right, a person who's going to be worthy of that. That means that personally, as a person, the way I think, the way that the way that I am as a person on the inside, I have to be higher than that dream, so that can rise up to me. So I'm saying, I don't want it to sound like crazy talk, but man, you guys, this is deep stuff. But it's real. Like, identify, what are you willing to do? Physically, mental fitness, financial fitness, because you will need that, right? So, I had to learn this money stuff myself. Financially, what are you willing to invest? What are you willing to dedicate? Identify that kind of stuff. Just literally write out your here's what I want, here's what I'm willing to pay to get that, and make sure that you don't cheat yourself. I think what we can do is, maybe you guys can remind me, but in our implementation masterminds, when we have people hitting those targets, it's also going to be really important, because If your target is to hit, I want to get to $10,000 in a month or $100,000 in a month. Okay. There's, you don't get it just because you want it. You know, people got it just because they want it. Everybody would get it, but it doesn't work like that. So becoming valuable to the marketplace, okay, in the example of the Success Challenge, implementation masterminds. And so I want to, you know, maybe we can dissect this and you know, and maybe have this. So think about it, right now, if you're taking notes, maybe, you know, maybe write it, you know, take some notes on these ideas and then just ponder on them, you know, ponder on them right now. Then what you need to do is you have, here's what I want, here's what I'm willing to give in return to, you know, to attain that. Here's the price I'm willing to pay, and actually mean it, and make sure that you don't, you know, you don't kid yourself. You know, I want to buy, metaphorically speaking, okay, I want to buy this $300,000 Ferrari, but how much am I going to pay for it? Okay, I'm gonna pay $3,000 for it. It's nonsense, right? It's crazy. See what I'm saying? So don't delude yourself. Be real with it. Okay. Next, once you have this, then you boil it down into a plan or a strategy. Okay. Hypothetically, okay, what can I do to make it happen? What can I do? Right? What do I want to do? Ask yourself and figure out, can you make this happen? Okay. Through your channel being things that you enjoy doing. Okay. Because if you're going to do things that you don't enjoy doing, do you think you're going to do that for a long time? No. Okay. When people don't enjoy going to work and working for somebody else, that's why most people are just paycheck to paycheck through work and live miserable lives. Okay. CM says, I'll settle for a Tesla. Yeah. You know what I mean? But make it big, man. You know, make it big. You know, and then boil it down to a plan or a strategy. What is it going to take? If you need to call, like if you are, you know, if you're selling somebody else's product, how many sales is it going to require? Hypothetically, just play with numbers. I always play with numbers. You know, get yourself a calculator, something when you write things down, and just put yourself a plan. Okay. And then identify a strategy that you can take. Okay. And then break it down to daily, you know, work tasks, what you're going to do every single day, all this big plan, bring it down, right? To the strategy and a plan on paper. Identify what you can, you know, what you need to do every single day. And then here's the biggest thing. This is the biggest thing I can tell you guys. Once you have those things down, right? The biggest thing is for you to create a tracking, some sort of a tracking system. Measure your activity every single day. Okay. People think that they're busy. In reality, they're not. Well, people think they're productive, maybe, right? Maybe they're busy, but they're not productive. Okay. Have you had those days where you thought, oh my goodness, I was so busy today, but you got nothing accomplished that day? I'll be the first one to tell you, I had those days, right? And if I'm not tracking what I'm doing, I repeat those days and I'm not happy about it. And I guarantee you, you have those days too, right? So anything that you don't measure, you tend to delude yourself on, right? So people think, well, I want to lose weight, right? I want to lose weight. Okay, how much? Okay, great. I want to lose 20 pounds. Okay, good. See that? What am I willing to give up in return? Okay, I'm not gonna do sugars. I'm not gonna do this, a lot of carbs or whatever, right? Whatever your plan is. Boil it down to a plan, right? And I want to work out, all right? I'm going to dedicate an hour a day, all that stuff. But when it comes to like measuring things, I'm just going to have a little bite over here. It's nothing. It's just a little bite over here. But when you actually measure, and I've done this for myself with this exercise. Okay, when you measure it, at the end of the day, you're like, dude, I consumed like 5,000 calories today of like garbage, and I didn't even realize it. When you track it, no wonder you can't have any progress in that area. Does that make sense? In business, people think, well, I am marketing. Like, okay, what exactly did you do today? How many people did you touch today? Like, can you measure that? Do you see that? Right? Can you measure your activity today? Okay. So if you're not having progress, okay, I guarantee you it's because you're not measuring your daily activities that directly impact this big thing that you really want to achieve. You might be doing your minutia, your things here. Checking Facebook is not going to get you to where you want to go. right? So whatever, does that make sense, everybody? Okay, makes sense, Valerie? Okay. So have a big dream. Okay, put a list of 100. Get your mind to stretch a little bit. I promise you, it's gonna stretch your thinking a little bit, and see if you can put 100. And as the more specific you are, the better. Okay, 100 dreams, 100 goals that really inspire you. Okay, whatever that is for you, that's truly inspirational. Identify your top three. Okay, and then see if you can identify the thing that you can literally dedicate the rest of your life to achieve. I don't know. I know some people are like, dude, I want to build an orphanage. Great. If that's if you think this is your life's purpose, and this will make an impact and like make the world better because you live here, great. If that fires you up, dude, let's go for it, right? I want to build this. I want to do this. I want to like whatever it is whatever the thing is for you. Okay, but do that. If you can, it will make you think differently. It will elevate you on a different frequency of thinking, and you will start looking at things differently. It's not going to happen overnight, but the more you do this and the more you review this, the more you will live on that frequency, and everything you want. See, this whole world we live in is like frequency stuff, right? You get mad and you get pissy with somebody, and guess what? You lower yourself to their frequency. All that crap on that frequency is going to be attracted to you, man. Okay, that's pretty much how that goes. Okay, one thing goes to another thing, and you know what I'm talking about. We've all been there, right? When you elevate yourself, all the garbage just falls off. That's why I'm telling you. When you look at this success and your life and things, and like, oh my goodness, this is difficult. Just rise yourself above those clouds, metaphorical, imaginary, right? Uh, and um, and just look at it from a side a little bit. It'll make it easier. Make sense? Okay. A couple of you guys are asking some technical questions. If you have any support related questions, we have a phenomenal support team, 24/7. You can like probably chat with somebody right now. Okay. Like literally. As a matter of fact, hang on one sec. If you guys have any support related questions about anything whatsoever, okay, chat with them. Okay. See in your back office here. Go chat. Hello. I'm in queue in first position. Look at this. Live. Boom. Don is typing something. Okay. All right. See that right there? How long did it take? Okay. Boom. See that? If I have a question, Don, you're awesome. You're awesome, man. On our support. Yes. See that right there, you guys? Okay. You all see this right here? All right. You guys, we have 24/7 support available. Okay. And if you have any questions about anything, shaky boom. Okay. All right. So timeline on ClickFunnels, templates, plug and play. Okay. So we have ClickFunnels bridge page. That bridge funnel is coming up. We have that's called the 3-day cash machine. That is in the queue, you guys. Okay. So that will be dropping after the direct sales page for the Success Challenge drops, which should be if not tonight, probably tomorrow. Should be available for you guys. Okay. But that is in the queue, I know for sure. Okay. If you have like support related questions that are like about ClickFunnels or maybe some kind of a hosting questions on your eStage or your site, or like third party, like autoresponder questions, it's best for you to go straight to the source. So if you have like account related questions for 4%, it's best to, obviously talk to our support. But if you have, let's say, a get response question, okay, it's best for you to contact get response, if you have an autoresponder related question. So whatever your company that you're dealing with, makes sense? So if it's like a ClickFunnels, if you're trying to set up a custom domain on ClickFunnels, and we've seen some of those questions coming in, our support people are trained well, but obviously with so many resources that we offer or kind of link out to from the 4% here, it's nearly impossible for them to be masters in like everything out there. They'll have to be like a computer mind or something like that. We're trying to do as best as we can, but it'll be better for you to go straight to the source of the company that you are, having a question about. Make sense? Okay. Yeah, you guys can also post questions in the Facebook group. Okay, with 4% 4.0, we're gonna have our own Facebook group. Well, it's not even gonna be Facebook anymore. I don't think we'll need Facebook, honestly. It'll be on our own platform, which is gonna be really awesome. Will there be a master traffic class? Yes, there will be. VBest. There will be a master class on traffic generation. Yes. If you guys want to learn traffic, if you have not picked up internet traffic mastery, okay, I would pick it up and master traffic generation. Okay, that would be your best. That would be the best thing that you could do, because there was like, I don't even know how many, like 14 or what is it, 14 or 20 or more hours just on traffic talk, right? Just different ways of getting traffic. And then now that with 4% 4.0, that is turning into the academy. And if you own internet traffic mastery product right now, okay, when that upgrades to the academy, the price on that was going to be like 3 times higher at least, but it will include 4 more pillars. It will have internet traffic mastery, you'll have conversion mastery, okay, copywriting mastery, tribe building mastery, and then list building mastery. Okay, so you'll have 5 pillars. It will constitute the academy. We're going to sell it for a lot higher price. Anybody that owns internet traffic mastery now will get a free upgrade to the academy. And if you guys have been with us, every time we do this kind of stuff, I tell you guys this ahead of time. And if you listen to me, if you really care about this kind of stuff, you always get the best deal. Always. We want to take care of you. People that didn't listen to us, with the success challenge. See, when we improved success challenge, if you had it before, when I was talking to you about, like, when we had the, I'm blanking out on the name. What do we call it? Not the beta tester, man. Somebody remind me. The initial rollout of the success challenge. It wasn't like, it did not include all these other things that we're building into it. Like, there was no implementation mastermind. All these private affiliate marketplace that we're building that's coming up into the 4% 4.0, all these charter member. Thank you. Okay. We didn't have that. So if you guys were a charter member of the success challenge, like I was telling you about before, okay, guess what? When we upgrade to all these things, you get those things at no extra cost. Now, right now, when people sign up for the success challenge, obviously they're getting an upgraded package. The pricing is different. We're still giving them a great, amazing deal, a drop in the bucket compared to the value that they're getting. We're always going to be like that, right? So people will get a lot more in value regardless what product they're dealing with us on, and than what they pay for. You know what I mean? But when I give you guys warnings like this and kind of like advice, like, encourage you, to do certain things, if you have the ability, you'll always get the best deal. If you wait, you'll always be paying more. That's just kind of how that goes. Okay. Folks, look, I appreciate you guys. It's been great talking to you. Think about the stuff that we covered today. I really, when I get on these Wednesdays calls, I want to share with you that, things that will really, help you. we're working really, really hard here on, you know, on the corporate side, making the platform the best. I want to have and give you that ability to, for you to have a truly like a business within a business. Like you can run it, like you can have access, not only so that you build your business with, you know, I got these 5 products to promote or this one product to promote, and that's it. Like if you hear what I'm telling you right now, like the direction that we're moving, like you can be a beginner, but you can be collaborating with like all of these other people right here, and you can benefit not from just the tiny thing that you're promoting right here, but you can benefit and leverage through the entire ecosystem, okay, that we're bringing on. So everybody wins, everybody benefits. You guys, I think the 4%, I don't believe this is just another company. I don't want this to be just another company. There's going to be a movement. You know, when we are ready for announcing like hotspots, and you know, if you guys are in different areas and different parts of the world, different countries, you know, I would love to have, you know, a local meetup, a local hotspot in your area where you can gather entrepreneurs and you can propagate this vision, this idea of becoming great. That's really what 4% is about. It's rise to the top, man. You know, that's what we're all about. And this is for me, this is for every member, and this is a call. This is a challenge for every one of us to become better at what we do, you know, become world class at what we do. Because if what we do matters, if what we do is noble, if what we do really creates and makes an impact in the world, it is our responsibility to become the world class at it. You know, we should not be average in anything. And so I think it's a lot of people pulling a lot of people up, making this industry and just a lot, a lot of people around us better. You know, people that have never been exposed to the idea of greatness or success, they can now, and they should. You know, and with everything that's available out there, you guys, I think we can do a lot of good, you know, with what we do. We just got to do it right, which is exactly what we intend to do, and serve people, deliver value, become valuable in the marketplace. Okay, and then this is on a macro level, but then when you condense it down to the micro level, what you do, think about it like that as well. Okay, how can you become better today than you were yesterday? How can you deliver more value today than you did yesterday? Okay, track your activity, have the big goals, and then measure it. Okay, every single day. I promise you, everything that you want can be yours. Everything. There's not a thing that you cannot achieve if you work hard enough for it and stay long enough in the game. Appreciate you guys. God bless. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm looking forward to see you on Monday night. All right. Cheers, everybody. Bye-bye.